Guys, welcome to another video Simulator. My name is Serge. Today's video I want to show you a secret how to remove your water pump on your BMW 4.8i engine. This is a X5 that I have over here, E70 model. So I'm in the process of replacing the water pump, and one of the ways that you have to replace the water pump is that you have to basically remove your crank pulley. But I want to show you a way that you don't have to actually even touch it or remove it. So let me show you. Check this out, guys. You can see there's the water pump right here. I have already disconnected it. Like, you would be looking at things like this. I already kind of pulled it back and out of the way. So I'm going to take you closer. You see that little bolt right there? You have just enough space to pull that bolt out. Now, I haven't pulled that bolt out completely so that I could show you that this is how it's done. And in this area, you have a tensioner. I have the tensioner right here, and basically I've pulled it out already. So I just use the random socket to do it. This is a 5/8. Normally I don't use inches, but it fits perfectly. So anyways, I have the new water pump right here, and what I'm doing is I'm also placing all the bolts in the correct spots because some bolts are shorter than others, and you don't want to really screw them up because that's going to really mess your job up. So right now I'm just aligning things on the new water pump, but once I get the old one out, I'm going to place it out here, put all the correct bolts in their correct spots. And this is the bolt that we're trying to get. It's over here kind of like towards the bottom, and that is being blocked, of course, by the crankshaft pulley. And if you need to remove crankshaft pulley, there's a bunch of bolts in here, bunch of bolts all the way around. But of course, you already know there's that belt you have to mess with, okay? And that's going to be kind of hard to really install, especially if you're not a professional. So I'm guessing that if you're trying to do this DIY style, like yourself, it would not be a bad idea to try to do it this way. If anything, if you can't get that bolt completely out, you could just maybe loosen some of the bolts on the crank pulley and just kind of like just push it back a little bit, still leaving this belt intact. And then you could just adjust everything in there. So that would be kind of an option. And also, like, one of the options would be to put on this belt is put on the belt an actual pulley. Try to basically, when the pulley is completely off, okay, put on the belt and maybe just ease one bolt into the correct spot and then just push it in and get another bolt in there. That would be like another way. If you don't have proper tools to try to put it on, that would be like DIY style. Once again, there's that little bolt. You can see it. Let me get it out. I'll show you something, guys. That bolt is already out. Like, it is out, but it's actually a struggle for me to try to pull this out. It is, you know, somewhat stuck, but I need two hands on this because I'm gonna have to just really kind of like, you know, kind of like wobble it, you know, like way out of here. You get the idea. I'm just gonna try to do that right now. Like, I think even if I scoot the bolt back a little bit, like push it in ever so slightly, like over here, I could probably pick it up. But I need somebody to make a video of this. Okay, guys, I'm gonna try to get this out. Okay, there's not like enough way, but like obviously twisting it like this to the side did the trick with the bolt being inserted. So now this is water pump being removed. It's no longer here. So everything's good. As you noticed, I did not have to pull out the crank. It stayed the same. See, like, this doesn't shake or nothing. Did not loosen anything. So now, crossing my fingers that I could just install it exactly the same way, and we could get on with our business. So here we have the water pump. Now this here is loose. You can't tell that it is right now, but this is actually loose. It does wobble over here. Yeah. You could hear that rough. It's rough spinning. Now, of course, on the inside, this is metal. Sometimes BMW uses plastic. This is a metal one here. It doesn't slip, so it's still providing proper cooling. But obviously, this is all messed up. The bearing just went out on it, so that was what was making noise. But I was still able to drive it. Not far, because I don't want to get stranded, obviously. But anyways, time to do this now. Observing the seal, it's nicely in there, and it's like very, very flat up against the metal. It's almost like flush. Now, looking at everything just so I could see if I could notice anything. But anyways, this is kind of how it gets installed. This is that bottom bolt right here that I was working to try to install. So I'm going to transfer all of the bolts to their places. Let's see if we could make sense out of it. Now, in case you messed up your bolt locations, the thicker portion of your water pump takes the longer bolt, and all the other bolts are identical. They're basically the same size. It's just the thicker portion takes the longer bolt. All of these other ones are thinner metal, as you can see. So this is the way to tell. It's the thicker one. So now we need to spin this. Spins good. I'm gonna flip this over and put a seal on it. Alright. So the seal is in here. And now I'm going to have to install it. See if I could use similar type of tactic. Oh wow, I got it. I got it. Now I want to make sure I want this thing falling out. Just trying to make sure about the seals, if there's any seals, because I'm just gonna have it barely hanging. Okay, it does appear that the smaller tube has a seal inside, and mine doesn't. This water pump did not come with any seals. Now what sucks is this other seal is very brittle, and I was able to pull it out, but it's just brittle. It's just falling apart. I'm not gonna break it up because there's a possibility I'm gonna have to match this up to another seal. Okay, looks like my water pump's not gonna fall. It'll just be propped up over here. So yeah, I gotta get the seal. Man, you always gotta check, because this is an eBay type of water pump. Apparently there's no seal on it, so that's not good. By the way, I got the thermostat off by simply working it like in this area on the old one, just basically getting to the bolts and everything. So you could actually install the thermostat back on here and then do things that way, it would probably make your life easier, but it's not that difficult to remove, in case anyone's wondering. So anyways, this is all for this video. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.